negative 8 times the number plus 9 equals negative 7. So as we get more into negatives or integers, they're a little bit more challenging to figure them out just by analytically looking at it. So let's do the process. Negative 8 times x plus 9 equals negative 7. I want that x by itself. So we always start by getting rid of this 9. We want to get these two like terms together. That's another way of looking at it. So to get rid of this 9, if I'm adding 9, the opposite would be subtract 9. But I got to do it to both sides. That gets rid of the 9, so now we have negative 8x equals, be careful here, negative 7 minus 9. This is subtraction. Negative 7, you start it in debt, take away 9. They're the same sign, just add them and keep the sign. We're almost done. Negative 8 times x equals negative 16. This is multiplication, remember that. So now if it's multiplication and I want to get x by itself, to get rid of multiplying by negative 8, we divide by negative 8. Like I said, you're almost always going to divide at the end. Negative 8 divided by 8 is 1. So we get x equals negative 16 divided by negative 8 is 2. You might see some students do this. Sometimes students like to put a line so that they'll know that the equal stays there the whole time. They won't lose themselves. That way when they do this to one side, they'll do it to the other. So the answer is 2. If you want to verify for yourself, be my guest. You should until you get comfortable. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. Negative 16 plus 9 equals negative 7. The next problem, again, negative 5 equals 7 times x minus 5. We want to get x alone. So the first thing we're going to do, since we're subtracting 5, let's add 5 on this side and add 5 on this side. I'm going to put a little line here. Notice I put the plus 5 here so that you'll understand that it doesn't really matter where you put it. You're basically adding 5 to both sides. And when you add it to this side, you eliminate this because negative 5 plus 5 would be 0. So on the right side, we have 7x. Never lose the equals. It's always there. On this side, negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Notice over here I didn't write the 0 because there's still something there. On this side, I have to write it. There's nothing left. So 7 times something equals 0. Well, the only way that's happens or that's possible is if x is 0. But if you want to carry out the process, if I want to get x by itself and I'm multiplying by 7, the opposite would be to divide by 7. 7 divided by 7 would be 1. So just x equals 0 divided by 7 is 0. So that must mean that x equals 0. Doesn't really matter where your x is at the end, y'all, as long as you get x by itself. It still means x equals 0. Let's check. 7 times 0, which is 0. 0 take away 5 is negative 5. Perfect.